Marcos Vegas here in Commerce, California with Cisco Rivera. Cisco, first things first, how's the hand? How's everything going with that?
The hand's good. I'm back to training full time. I was helping some of the guys that are fighting tonight get ready for their fights. And I'm trying to take it easy, not trying to rush it. As soon as I get the call, on what card exactly in August, then I'll be training hard full time again.
You're kind of like a phoenix because you were in the UFC, you got some losses, you got cut, and then you came back and you put some wins together. You got the no contest and all that, and you had a lot of momentum, and then the injury happened. So with given that in mind, just I guess put it in perspective, do you feel the second time around you were more ready for the UFC than the first time around?
Oh yeah, definitely. I wasn't doing certain things in training. I wasn't really doing no strength and conditioning. I wasn't really dieting hard a certain way.
Eating those tortillas, huh?
Yeah, exactly. Tortillas, beans, rice, everything. Wake up in the morning, eat beans before I go train was a bad idea. Yeah. So I changed a lot in my camp coming off. As soon as I got after the first stint with the UFC, I got cut. I was gonna retire and stop fighting. Yeah. So then, I got back with my team, the guys at CSW and All In, and they knew my talent and how good I was. So I quit my job, full-time job as a city employee, working for the city of Buena Park, and then just trained full-time. Hired a nutritionist, got a strength and conditioning coach. Training 3 or 4 times a day, and as you guys can see, the progress is I'm five-fight win streak.
Well, you've always had hands. You've always had power in your hands. I remember when you were fighting for the regional shows, you were knocking people out and stuff. So on that aspect, you've always had that. Now that you're a full-time fighter, how do you see where you were before and how you've improved now?
As far as the hands, yeah, you're right. I've had heavy hands. I just had to put it together, and make it a lot crispier, and training a different way, kind of out of my comfort zone. As far as I was wrestling a lot, doing jiu-jitsu, taking jiu-jitsu classes, taking wrestling classes, stuff I never even thought I'd ever do. It was just stuff to take down and stand and brawl. So it totally changed game plans and coaching and training, and it paid off. And thank God I went that route, a different route, and this is where I'm at now.
What's your dream match in your division?
Obviously the belt. I want that belt. Whoever has that belt in the next 2 or 3 fights, if I win, Renan Barao, Dominic Cruz. Hopefully Dominic Cruz comes back.
Dominic Cruz has been out for a long time, though.
He's been out for a long time. I would like to see him make a comeback and fight Renan Barao so we can see, who actually has the belt. But
what do you make of Barao? He has that mystique about him. Oh my God, Barao knocked so many people out, hasn't been defeated in so long, and I feel like it's a mystique, not on the level of Mike Tyson, but the mystique that for some people it would kind of intimidate. And do you buy into that?
No, not really. I'm my own man. He's a man. We're all men. I just think a lot of fighters let it get to their head. After watching Michael McDonald fight, McDonald was off for a while too before he came back and got a title shot. He had surgery in his hand. That could have took a toll in his mindset. But as far as that, I'm not afraid of him. I would love to fight him. I guarantee you, if I hit him, he's gonna feel it. So it's just a matter of getting there and working hard and busting my ass and training, and eventually it'll happen. And hopefully, I get to fight him one day and prove that he's just another man and he's defeatable just like any other guy.
I want to see you fight Urijah Faber. I just clicked in my head. I think that'd be a really good matchup.
Yeah, a lot of people. How many people have said that to me?
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind fighting him. He's tough. He's been around with the game for a long time.
Yeah.
That's a huge name to fight, and especially if you get the win, it's going to be huge. So, whatever. I don't ever turn down fights unless I'm hurt, and I can't fight. It's different. But as far as turning down fights, never. So if they call me and I say fight him, then I'll fight him. So.
When are you going to be back? You said August. Is that for sure or that's tentative?
No, August is for sure.
When are you going to know you'll get an opponent?
Hopefully in the next week or 2, actually. I was close to getting one this past Memorial Day at the fights. I talked to Sean.
You can tell me that.
I talked to Sean. I told him I wanted George Roop. He's like, oh, okay, I can probably make that happen. So we'll see if he does.
And George was losing those first 2 rounds before that last round.
Yeah. So, I would like to fight him. He's on a 2-fight win streak. He beat Ruben Duran and he just beat Brian Bowles, top 10 guy. So get a win with him, and you know, he hopefully he's not hurt and he's healthy and keep, you know, he's on a good pace and a good run right now. So I would like to fight that type of guy.
Well, you do have one advantage. It's the beard. I haven't seen you with a beard.
Yeah, I've been letting it grow. I've been telling my guys I'm not going to cut it till I either, you know, close to my fight.
Yeah.
You know, so when I'm about to hit the scale and it's like, oh, you're 137, okay, 136, and I'm good to go. So we'll see.
Cisco, man, it's good seeing you, dude. Thank you very much.
Thank you for having me. Sure.